I love giving gifts, so it was so hard having all these gifts sitting around leading up to his birthday because I just wanted to be like, here, 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 just to see his reaction. Hey, I'm Amber. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome. Deciding what to get a 1-year-old can be tough because on the one hand, they can't really ask for anything, they don't really know what's going on, and they might already have a lot of toys, but on the other hand, they might be starting to show like an interest in certain things over other things. And of course, getting gifts for little kids is just so fun. So that is why I wanted to share with you my son's first birthday gift haul to give you some inspo and ideas. So far for Christmas and for his birthday, I've made a list of the types of things that we'd like to get for him, and then I put a link next to the items as well, and this helps me to stay organized, and also this way if anyone asks me like, oh, what can I get him, I can just send them the list. I like doing this because we try to be really intentional about the types of things, including toys, that we bring into our home, and I really am trying to stick primarily with lower stimulation and Montessori type toys for him. I filmed a whole video about why we do that. I'll link that up here and in the description box below if you want to check that out. But I realized that there's going to come a point where he's going to have his own ideas about what types of toys he wants, and that's totally fine. But as much as possible, I'll probably always try to encourage lower stimulation and like slightly educational toys as well. On to the gifts. I will link everything that I mentioned in the description box down below if you want to check anything out. My son's birthday was actually last week, but I'm glad that I decided to film it this way because now I can show you the gift, but I also can tell you which ones he's been really loving. So here we go. First gift is books. This one is one of the cutest books about emotions that I've found. I found this at a thrift store and I had to get it for him. I love books about emotions for toddlers, especially because he's coming into that phase of life soon where he's going to be experiencing big emotions and feelings, and with limited communication, it's hard for toddlers to express those feelings. So I think it's awesome to give them as many tools as possible to help them like tell you what they're experiencing and feeling. And then I got him this book of like Spanish words from Amazon. Alex is fluent in Spanish. I said from the time he was born, like just speak to him in Spanish, I'll speak to him in English, and then collectively we can speak in English, and he doesn't really do it. So I am hoping by getting him some Spanish books, that will be a way for Alex to like start to teach him a little bit at least. The next gift is these little wooden vehicles. I purchased him 2 truck toys like a while back, and he definitely likes those. So these have a little bit more variety. Like there's the ambulance, there's the police car, little helicopter, and he absolutely likes these. Something he's been doing recently is he pushes them around and he goes like, like I think he's trying to go like, you know, it's so cute. I don't know if that's just a coincidence or if he's starting to understand that cars kind of like make that noise. If you are getting them for like a 1 or 2 year old, you do have to be careful because they do have like these little wheels that like these little pieces that maybe could come off. So I absolutely watch him, but they're so cute. This next one is actually something that was not on my list. My dad sent this to me and asked, would this be something that you think would be appropriate for him? And I was like, sure. They're little wooden animals. Here's like little alligator, a little monkey. I want to say that this is a rhino. He's not fully sure what to do with them just yet. My dad wanted to get him these because Kai really seems to love animals. Like he loves our cat. He loves going to the pet store. He does seem to understand that they're pretend animals because if you hold it up to him, he'll like give it a kiss. But right now, the main thing he does with these is he'll like take them out of this little basket and then he'll put them back in, or like he'll hand them to me and then he'll take them and put them back in here. But they don't come in this. This is just something I have, but he does seem to like them. This one is actually another one that was not on my list, and my dad just found it and wanted to get it for him. And it's a little wooden alphabet set, and it's like the type where you can take it out and then put it back in its spot. He really loves this. He has something kind of similar to this. It's not alphabet, it's just 3 shapes, but they go into their little spot, and he really likes that. So I think he likes this because it's almost like a more advanced version of that. So he doesn't fully understand the like putting it back in the spot, but he's starting to understand. But no matter what, he loves messing with the little letters. Actually, the cat really loves this one too, and so if he like leaves a letter, she'll like hit it around, and I've already found a couple of these pieces like under the couch. Had to get him classic wooden blocks. There's more than 4 of them. I think there's like 26 of them or something. He is having a really good time with these. He loves stacking them up like this in a line. We have them right now on our TV console, like on the bottom shelf. So he loves taking them and moving them all to like the top or the middle shelf. He likes banging them together. I think that these are going to be a good like long-term toy, especially because they have letters, they have numbers, they have animals. So these will be fun not only for him to play with, but also for him to like learn with. Totally forgot about this next one. It's like a little racetrack. You put these little cars on the top and then they go down like that. I feel like this one probably could have waited a little bit longer. He absolutely is interested in watching the car go down the track. The problem with this one that I didn't really think about ahead of time is that these little cars are really small, and he can definitely put this whole thing in his mouth. So right now we keep this one put away just because I don't want to risk him like shoving one of these little cars in his mouth. He does like to take the cars out of this little plastic bag and then put them back in the plastic bag. He hasn't figured out himself how to like make the car go down the track, so I have to do it for him. I think this one will be fun for him to kind of like grow into, if that makes sense. The next 2 gifts were the big gifts. So the first one is a Piclar triangle. I was really excited about this one. We got one that also comes with like a slide that you can attach to it, and then if you flip it over, it's kind of like a little rock climbing type wall. This is the one that he has shown the least amount of interest in. And I think it's because he's not walking yet, so I feel like he just doesn't know what to do with it yet. We've like put him down the slide a couple times and he likes that. Like if we put him up next to it, he's kind of interested in it, but rarely goes up to it on his own. Like once he's more mobile, I absolutely think he will have a super fun time like climbing all over it. The second big gift is a push and go walker. It was surprisingly hard to find one that had just like a really simple and basic design. Like I didn't want to get one that was plastic. Like I wanted to make sure it was good and sturdy and like not flimsy and easily tipped over. But also I didn't want to get one that had like a busy board on the front of it. I really love the one we got. It's super well made. It's pretty hard to actually like tip over. And the great thing about it is that he can basically operate it almost entirely by himself. You can lock the front wheels in place so that they can like just go straight, or if your child maybe has like a little more control, they can turn with the cart. And it has like a little clicking noise, which if that annoys you, you can make that go away, but that's supposed to help them understand that like when they push the cart, something is happening more than just them pushing the cart. So it's supposed to be like they're learning to move, but they're also learning about movement. He kind of has a love-hate relationship with the little walker. He absolutely gets excited that he can walk on his own. I think the problem is that he does still need a little bit of help, mostly with steering, and he gets really upset when we interfere. Like if he runs it into the wall and we correct him, he gets like really bothered by it. So we sometimes have to put it away for a little bit so that he can like calm down. But I think it will be a good tool for him to learn how to walk. And I love that it has this kind of like wagon-like design so that eventually he could also like put things in it and push it around also. So it's got more than one use, but the second use isn't as obvious as the walkers that have like the little busy board on top. Like he's gonna have to figure out how to use it in another way. We also got him this wooden toolbox. As you can see, it is still in the box because after he opened his gifts, like unwrapped them, I mean, we only started opening like 1 or 2 at a time over 2 days, just so as to like not overwhelm him. This was one of the last things that we hadn't opened, and at that point, it just seemed like he was really, really content and happy with what he did have. So I actually decided not to open this one, and I think I'm gonna save this one for Christmas just because he absolutely seems like he got more than enough. And really quickly, another reason that I decided it's probably better to save this one for Christmas is because this one, like the animals, he won't fully understand what to do with any of this just yet. The very last thing that we ordered for him and did not actually ever receive, so I'll just like put a picture of it right here, is little wooden vegetables that you can like cut in half. Like they have magnets that stick them together. I decided to not reorder it. We just got a refund instead for the exact same reason that I decided not to open up the wooden toolbox. I will also reorder that again during Christmas time, and I think that that type of toy will be better suited for him a little bit down the road anyways. The clear winners of this whole haul for him though are the wooden blocks and then the little alphabet thing. He loves those. Like those are the 2 things that he makes a beeline for just about every single time. If you were wanting to shop around for other low stem or Montessori type toys, the places that I find all of these types of things are, one, of course, Amazon. If you just type in like Montessori toys or low stimulation toys, you'll get a lot of really good options. KiwiCo is another great option. That's where we got the little push and go walker. They do subscription boxes, but they also sell a ton of their toys individually. For Small Hands is a website that I actually just recently discovered. I didn't get anything from them this time, but they've got a lot of good toy options. And the coolest thing about this one is that they have like normal household items, but that are made for kids. So like cleaning and cooking items. I think that is amazing. If you have a toddler or a slightly older child, I think that those would be actually like really fun gifts, because if you think about it, little kids love to help, and most of the things that we have around the house are not really made for them to use. So it's going to be harder for them to learn to like cook and clean with adult-sized items. So I think that's a really great website. Definitely check it out. And then the last place, of course, is thrift stores. I found the book at a thrift store. I didn't find any toys this time because I didn't go to like a child-specific thrift store. I just went to like a normal thrift store. So most of the toys that they had were more like blinky, flashy, which I try not to get, but thrifting is always a good way to find really cool toys. That is it. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you are also birthday gift shopping, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!